Are you dealing with spotted spurge in your lawn? Let's talk about options for getting rid of it. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to Project Golf Course Lawn Season 5. So this is a special weed control edition of Project Golf Course Lawn. You guys know how much I really hate weeds. I detest them in my lawn. And a weird thing happened recently. As you guys know, I recently top dressed my lawn. If you guys have not seen the footage of how I did that, there's gonna be a card here that you can check that out. The area that I top dressed was out there near the rocks, and then this area right here in front of the patio. And what I noticed like a couple of weeks, following that is I was out mowing and I started looking down. I was seeing this this really weird looking color, like a purplish color in the turf. And the thing is, at first I didn't realize what it was. And as I looked closer, I realized that I had like a spotted spurge outbreak. The thing with spurge is that it's a really nasty weed in the sense that unlike most weeds that don't tolerate being cut very short, very low heights, like I'm cutting my Bermuda, spurge has no problem with that. Like I'm cutting at right at ½ inch right now, and the spurge was loving life. There was no issue whatsoever with it. So actually, if you guys don't know what spotted spurge looks like, let's see if I can find some for you. I still have some in my lawn that I still got to get rid of today. But yeah, there you go. Like you see that leaf right there, like all that is spurge. So I still have got some here within the turf that I got to get rid of. So the question is, if you have this stuff in your lawn, what should you do about it? Because this stuff is, again, it's incredibly nasty. It spreads really quickly, and unlike most weeds, simply mowing low is not going to get rid of it because it can survive being cut just as short as I'm cutting the Bermuda. And unfortunately, if left unchecked, it can grow into this big mat and really begin to really, it's the one weed that really can compete fairly well with Bermuda, which is kind of a problem. So there's a couple ways to go about it. The product that you guys know that I mentioned in my video on how to do weed control on your lawn, the product from Spectracide, it covers a ton of different types of weeds, and spotted spurge is one of the ones that it does take care of. So if you have a huge outbreak, like your entire lawn is covered with this stuff, that's definitely an option. As you guys know, I prefer to try and keep herbicides off my lawn as much as possible. So I took another option. So yesterday, myself and Mrs. Golf Course Lawn and the kids got out here, and they just, we spent like better part of hour and a half or so just manually weeding, and this is what came up. So I can't show you guys a ton of spurge right now because this is what we pulled out of the lawn. You can see, guys, that's quite a bit, and that just came from just this area right in here. Really, if you take from the patio out to about 5 feet, like all across here, this whole band, there was a lot of spurge. Now why is that? Why did that happen? Part of me thinks a lot of reason why I have that issue here is that spurge tends to like growing where there's like an edge, where it doesn't have to compete so much with like out in the middle of the lawn where the Bermuda is really strong, and it also likes heat. So if you think about it, this area of the lawn was recently thinned out because of being top dressed. So you combine that with the fact that it's near the patio, and again, the Bermuda is a little bit thinner, and that's just a perfect recipe for this stuff to really take off. And then left with the fact that I just really wasn't watching or studying this area as closely as I should have, allowed it to kind of take off more than it really should, that otherwise could have done. So a lesson to you. Be out there and definitely take a look of your lawn. Take stock of what's happening in your lawn. I'm not saying you need to be one of these crazy people that's always out in your lawn, like looking at what's going on and pay attention to your grass that closely. Okay, maybe I am saying that, but the point is that had I been paying closer attention to this area, I wouldn't be dealing with that much of it. I mean, that's quite a bit. And again, there's still some more left in here. We're gonna probably get out here today and weed it a little bit more, but you can see the areas where it used to be. Like, and this was a huge amount of spurge. All along the edge was just covered in it. And we got out here yesterday, spent a couple of hours, and was able to clean a lot of it up. So again, your options really for getting rid of this are two, really. You can use some kind of a herbicide. Again, Spectracide is a really good product in the sense that it works well. It's effective against spotted spurge and a bunch of other types of weeds. And with my experience, it doesn't do much damage to the turf. So if you want to go the herbicide route, you can do that, or you can opt for like manual weeding, which is what I did. So guys, just want to share this with you. Just want to let you guys realize that, having a golf course lawn is not all real mowers and fun fertilizers and PGR. Sometimes you got to get out here and just do the work. You got to get out here and keep weeds out of your turf. And really the best way to do that is to manually weed, which is what we did yesterday and what I'm going to probably do a little bit more of here this morning a little bit. Just want to share that with you guys because it's really easy to show a lawn like this and to say, I always say like to show like the Instagram lawn, right? To show like all the beautiful parts of it, but not show like all the other stuff, the negative parts of that you have to deal with when you have a lawn like this and try to maintain it really nice. So just, if you guys are dealing with weeds in your lawn, realize it's a common thing. It's part of it. Lawn care is never done. There's always something to work on. So right now my thing is a little bit of a spurge outbreak that I had, and we're quickly correcting that. So guys, if you guys found this useful, definitely let me know. If there's some other product that you guys are using other than Spectracide and manual weeding, obviously, let me know what you guys have used as far as to get rid of spurge in your lawn and keep it out of your lawn. And share it with me, share it with your other viewers, see we can all benefit from it. I'd really like to hear about that. So guys, again, thank you so much for watching. If you're not yet a subscriber, I implore you to consider subscribing. I put out content fairly regularly and mainly around topics of like helping you improve your lawn in an economical way that also like keeps like herbicides and other nasty stuff out of your turf as much as possible. So again, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hey guys, one quick tip before you go. I know I mentioned manual weeding, but one thing I forgot to tell you guys is that spotted spurge produces this sap. And if you're gonna manually weed, make sure you're wearing gloves of some sort. Let me show you guys really quick what I'm talking about. So you can find some spurge here. And so if I take like this guy and break it off, let's see if he's gonna, well, I pull the entire weed out, but if I pull some of this here, yeah. You see that white, hopefully it's coming through there into the thing, but you see that white sap that's at the edge of that plant that I broke off, that leaf that I broke off. Like that stuff is incredibly irritating. It's an irritant to your skin and to your eyes. So definitely wear gloves of some sort if you're going to manually weed, and refrain from touching your face or your eyes if you're going to manually weed with, to get rid of the spurge in your lawn. So just quick tip, something I forgot to mention in the main video, but I wanted to make sure I added that because it's important. Kind of like when you're dealing with herbicides, herbicides are a chemical, and like spotted spurge's defense or its natural defense is to have that sap that is even for people, depending on how sensitive your skin is an irritant, and definitely if it gets in your eyes, it's going to irritate your eyes. So wear gloves of some sort if you're going to manually weed this stuff. Thanks again, guys. See you next time.